welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is I, your favorite alchemist, Alkemygoddess. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. It is May the 5th, 2025. We're going to get a collective reading for you guys. First, I just want to say happy Cinco de Mayo. And let's just jump right into it, okay? I'm going to start off, as I always do, with some zodiacs. Let's see. The first zodiac sign we have is Aquarius. And then we have Sagittarius. And we have Aries. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Pisces. So Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, and Pisces. This could be a reading for you if you have any of those placements. Remember, these are also just the energies, of each zodiac sign. Aquarius is an energy that is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Sag is the energy that, that imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. Aries is the energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. Pisces is the energy that is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So remember, each zodiac, on top of the fact that it could represent someone in your life or represent you, they also have their own energies that they bring to the collective, right? First and foremost, I'm not going to start with, I'm going to start off today with some angel numbers. We're going to get into it, okay? I'm going to do a few. And I know last week I didn't give the description of each angel number. I just gave you the angel numbers, but this week I'll go ahead and give you the description. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things, you guys. It's very, it feels weird. I don't know how to say that because I feel different. So I'm trying to see what really works with me, okay? The first one is 1111, which is I am awakening. The universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. I have an appointment for glasses for an eye exam tomorrow. And 33, which is a master number, I'm expanding. Any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. Expect your power to manifest and create literally, I know that it's hard. Like, these are not glasses. They're just, frames. But my vision has progressively worsened, so it's a lot more difficult for me to see. But anyway, your power to, okay. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. Number 33 and 1111, 66. I am positive. Your guardian angel is teaching you the essence of unconditional love. You are encouraged to have faith that the universe will provide for you while you are manifesting your inner desires. And at the bottom, we have 555, which is I am optimistic. A major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. What's interesting is every single one of these cards has something to do with change. Every single one of them. 1111 is awakening. 33 is expansion. 66 is staying positive during this transformation, owning your power. And 555 is staying optimistic, right? Kind of, similar. Optimism, positive, expanding, awakening. So I do get that feeling that collectively speaking, a lot of people are going through an awakening right now in a specific area of their life. Now, I'm going to start off with the Destined Oracle, and then we're going to get into some tarot after that, okay? So just bear with me, guys. Trying to make this, I don't like to not pre-shuffle. I don't like to pre-pull cards before, on screen. I want you to see from beginning to end. I think it's important to do that because I feel like if I'm pulling them ahead of time, I'm kind of like preordaining the energy, and I don't like that. We have dream space. So there could be some really wild dreams happening right now for some of you, and It could be messages from the divine about the changes or even about this awakening that's taking place right now, right? So let's see. Attachments. Ooh. Oh, that was a weird cut. Okay. Uncertainty, toxic influence, ego, soul searching, divine masculine, and sacrifices. You know, I feel like, you know, and I don't want to say it like, oh, this is my personal life, because it's not. You know, when I call in collective energy, I'm just pulling what the collective is going through, but it does feel like, collectively speaking, a lot of masculine energy, or should I say divine masculine counterparts, are experiencing an awakening right now. And a lot of what I'm feeling is uncertainty, toxic influences, ego, soul searching. Look at this energy, sacrifices, divine masculine. Like, this tells me that there is someone who has allowed the influence of what is around them to dictate their future. This masculine energy could be a man, could be a woman. It just depends, you know, take it as it resonates. But they have a lot of soul searching that they have to do, or they've been doing. A lot of ego to address, you know, and there's a very uncertain energy around this, meaning someone does not really understand what they are experiencing right now, but they feel it. And it does require sacrifice. Y'all getting this energy, or am I just feeling it myself? Because it's like, it's big. Usually there are angel numbers, you know, for example, there are angel numbers in here like 21, you know, and 27 and 16. But no, the ones that came out are 11, 11, 33, 66, and 555. Tells me that this reading is very significant for probably, you know, specific people today. Now, the first card we have is keeping tabs. So let's call it what it is. Somebody's watching you. I'm sorry if you can't see that. Someone is watching you. Someone has their eye on you. It could be a masculine. That masculine that has to sacrifice, you know. The masculine who's going through an awakening. We have reliable. I want to show you the cards, but I want you to be able to see them. We have fragile. And we have foolish. And the last card over here is scarcity. So let's get into it. Lust, secrets, resisting change, soul recognition, memories, divine timing, and boundaries. So it sounds like, you know, someone was very foolish, okay, with the situation. They did not handle it as it should have been handled, which is fragile with care, right? It's funny because they're watching and this is what they're feeling. But see, the scarcity energy is someone who just doesn't feel like they're enough. Like, and like maybe they also feel like I probably won't be able to do enough to even get back in the good graces of this person that I was connected to. I was foolish. You know, I didn't handle it with care. Lust, secrets, and honestly resisting change. Like, if they are not willing to change, if they're not willing to be a better version of themselves, what's the point? You know, like, and I feel like that's really what this is about. Like, it's an awakening. It's expansion. It's staying positive, being optimistic through it. Like, an awakening means that once you see something or see things that, you know, in a new light, you cannot unsee that. You can't go back to what it was. You know, and if this person is watching and keeping tabs, realizing, you know what, I fumbled that. I played very badly with that hand and I lost. The only way to be able to even remotely shift that energy would be to allow the change to take place. But there's a very strong soul recognition here. Like, this person, and then there's memories, right? And divine timing. So this person is like keeping tabs and reminiscing. Okay, they're thinking about the good times, they're thinking about the memories, they're thinking about what it was, but there is a strong desire here. Like, I feel like this person kept you a secret. I feel like to this day, they still keep you a secret. You know, I feel like they have never fully explained or told anyone how they truly felt for you. You know, and there could be a lot more behind that, you know what I'm saying? So let's go into, because that was the Destined Oracle. So let's see what the deal is, okay? Because we're going to get into some tarot, but first, you know, we're going to get the oracle on it. So then we could explain the oracle with the tarot because, excuse me, I just want to see what it is, baby. I just want to see what it is. Let's see. Spirit, clarify these energies on the table for the collective. All right. So we have pause and reflect. I told you somebody's been heavily in their energy, you know, really thinking about what happened, lip lock, but they're not speaking. They're not saying anything. They're keeping it to themselves and just watching. Just watching. Possibly wondering where they went wrong. I mean, I think they know where they went wrong, but they just don't know how to fix it. Dead offer. See what I mean? It's like, even if they came through, would it even matter? Soulmate and the karmic. I'm done. Soulmate and the karmic, family ties, grief, cutting cords, honeymoon feels. Wow. So I'm starting to realize, well, not I'm starting to realize, excuse me, they're starting to realize that either you or, you know, take it as it resonates, but someone was their soulmate, okay? And they were dealing with the karmic situation because there's family ties involved and there's grief. So there was a grieving moment with the karmic energy, and I believe it's happened. Because it says cutting cords. You know, I get a strong feeling that it was someone they were married to. I don't know what happened or how it played out, but the longer the more time passes, excuse me, the more they realize, you know, that is what it was, or that, you know, that's what it is. Like they're having a revelation. Spirit, what's the deal with this keeping tabs energy? Baby, better together. I told you. Like, this person's watching you because they know they messed up. They know they did. Spirit, what's the deal with this reliable energy? Romance blooming. I can't make it up. Like, this is what this person is like, you know, that was my person. I messed up. That was my person. And I feel like they're trying to figure out how to come forward. How do they address it? How do they approach it? By the sounds of it, I don't think romance is going to be enough. What is the fragile energy? The feminine. The feminine's heart is very fragile. Remember, we started off at the bottom of the deck. We had the masculine energy when we started. Now we know who the fragile heart belongs to, the feminine. And I feel like the masculine is well aware. Like, I even feel like at some point in time, the masculine might have said to the feminine, I gotta handle you with, you know, I gotta handle you more gently. You know, your heart more gently. You know, you're sensitive, right? And that sensitivity is empathic, you know, so maybe that's something that's part of who they are and their purpose, not something that's supposed to be turned into a rock. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, what's the deal with this foolish energy? Revelation. See, the more they see it, they know that they made the wrong decision. They did the wrong thing. They're seeing it. The mask is coming off. What's this scarcity energy, Spirit? And we have changing ways. I mean, they just, in order for them to show up the way that this feminine needs them to, they will have to change. And I don't believe this person thinks they're even capable of becoming that version that they need to be in order to show up for this feminine. I don't. In too deep, surrender and release, chasing, tempting desire, tough love, the masculine. So the masculine has realized throughout the duration of whatever grieving process they've been going through, they've realized some things. They're surrendering to their feelings, their emotions. They are in way too deep, and there is no one else that compares. You know, I feel like, and right now the separation between the two is like feeling like tough love, because they're watching, keeping tabs and tempting desire. They're watching and they want. First of all, keeping tabs, tempting desire, and lust. Like this is how they see, and it's just like, it's a chasing feeling, like a racing feeling in their mind. Like, should I come forward? Should I chase? Should I say something? What should I do, right? Well, let's get some tarot on this. All right, let's get some energy for y'all. King of Wands is showing up in the reverse. So this person was very disloyal, arrogant. I feel like a little bit of a jerk. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I feel like, you know, they were just kind of an a-hole. And that's the character that they possess. It's also Aries and Sagittarius energy with that King of Wands. And then we have the Two of Cups showing up in reverse. Because clearly, somewhere there's a lack of compatibility between two people. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Temperance reverse, and the Two of Wands energy, and the Seven of Pentacles reverse, and the Three of Wands. I'm telling you, someone is trying to decide what direction to go in, okay? Because they feel they feel left out. They feel not included. They feel very disconnected from someone's energy. And yeah, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the Temperance reverse. They feel disconnected from their energy, but it's like, how can I say? I worked so hard. Like, and that's just the thing. They worked so hard to get to know this feminine, to have this feminine open up to them. And now, and they knew everything. This feminine shared every detail of their life with them, and now nothing. It's just cold. And it makes them feel unsettled. It makes them feel off balance, and they just don't know how to move on from here. Like, this was not the result I wanted, and I messed it up big time. Spirit, what is this keeping tabs and better together energy? We're going to get a couple. So we have the Moon. This person's watching in secret, and a 9 of Pentacles. They're watching in secret. And my best advice, let's get one more. My best advice for this feminine or whoever this is for today, and the Hermit, is to stay in solitude, not to reach out. Focus on yourself. If this person wants to, in High Priestess, see what I mean? Do what's best for you. You know, listen to your intuition. I can't tell you, but I can tell you this person definitely watches in secret. This person has a lot of deep emotions involved in this connection with you. They feel very much, they still feel connected, but they feel left out in the cold, okay? And my only advice for this feminine is to stay away. If they're not coming through and they're not holding themselves accountable, if they're not showing up in a different way, why would you even be bothered? I mean, now we got the Knight of Pentacles reverse, the 9 of Swords, and the Emperor now is coming up reverse, which is masculine energy. They're scared. I feel like they don't, like with the Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords, they're worried. Okay? Worried and suppressing their pain, and it's honestly starting to feel like self-sabotage. This person lacks a lot of qualities that the feminine desires. And you know what? It's not that they lack it. It's just that they how can I say this? I'm not going to say they lack the qualities, but I don't know how to put that. Like this person's thinking, you know, I gotta do something different, right? I have to show up in a different way, which I agree with, but I don't believe that the way that this masculine believes they need to show up is even remotely close to what the feminine needs. The feminine needs honesty. The feminine needs, you know, for you to be able to have, for this masculine to have some self-control, you know, some structure, some discipline, you know, some actual effort, not just words. Like, words are not enough. You know, I need something built. Like basically what this means is the feminine needs the trust to be rebuilt. The trust that took, remember I just spoke about it a minute ago, the same trust that this masculine worked so hard to build with them, it's been broken, so they need them to rebuild it. We need to rebuild it. And then we have the Tower and the 10 of Wands reverse and the Devil. I believe that this feminine's heart was very fragile. And I believe that it shook their world. But at the same time, it helped this feminine remove a huge block. You know, with the 10 of Wands and the Devil, these are both challenging energies. Devil is more of a challenge of, you know, your own shadow self. And the 10 of Wands is more of an energy of outside energy that's holding you down, or outside energy that is restricting you. Like, not just outside, but baggage, restrictions. It's the energy of being taken for granted. It's the energy of losing focus and dealing with those challenges. And I feel like that's what this feminine energy is about. Like, the way that the situation ended, I feel like it threw this feminine off. It kind of left them in a shadow place, you know? Even though this was the process of removing those restrictions, this is how it had to happen, it's still like this feminine went through it, okay? They went through it after this whole situation took place. Now, Foolish and Revelations is the 2 of Swords. It does seem like the masculine is seeing the truth now, but 5 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Even though the masculine is seeing the truth right now, I have to also say that it's like it's okay. It's the support. Okay, it's the support that the feminine gave. So they don't know what's going on with this feminine. The feminine has walked away. The feminine has emotionally evolved, no longer entertaining, and it's just like the support. And honestly, it feels like a success energy. And they see it for themselves. They recognize it too. They recognize how different their life is without this feminine in it. They see it. Oh, wow. What is the scarcity energy and changing ways? We have the 8 of Pentacles reverse. We have the 7 of Wands reverse. And we have the King of Cups. This person definitely keeps a straight face. They act as though everything is under control, but it's not. You know, deep down inside, they are very emotional about this. Very. And it proves it in the King of Cups. King of Cups is a card of someone who pretends that they're okay, even though, you know, deep down they're really not. That's really what it means. Like, I'm going to put on the front and I'm going to act as though I'm mature emotionally because I don't want you to truly understand or truly see what I'm feeling. Queen of Swords, 4 of Cups, the Judgment card, the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the Page of Wands reverse. I mean, in all honesty, this person's biggest fear is coming forward and trying to make amends with you, and you pointing out the way that they've been basically a crappy person and they've lied. Like, their biggest fear is judgment. And I feel like, but see, here's the thing. I feel like with the feminine, the thing is, how do you expect for me to move on from something that you refuse to acknowledge? I can't do that. And I'm not going to, you know? So needless to say, it's created a stagnation within the connection. And even if this masculine wants to get things back to what they used to be, you can't get it back until you address what has happened and what has basically taken place and what it is in the moment. You can't do that. Let's see. Let's clarify these energies. We have regret. Told you. Regret and repression. The masculine is in heavy regret for the way that they handled this situation. And the masculine could be a woman. It doesn't have to be a man. Just take it as it resonates. And then we have freedom, leap, opportunities. I do think this masculine is trying to swing back around the block a little bit on this one. Celebration, gifts, abundance, renewal, spark. I knew it. Family, home, commitment, chemistry, passion, messages, dreams. And like I said in the beginning, some of you could be having some wild dreams about this. And Venus energy, offer. Like that's Libra and Taurus energy, but Venus is the planet of desires, and which tells me that this is the reason, like, this person, this masculine deeply desires this feminine, and they always have. And I believe that they never ever thought that they would have that kind of connection with someone. Like, okay, I have stability, I have security, you know, and yeah, I'm attracted, but to this person, and I ended up with this person, but then I meet this feminine. It's like, whoa. I have not had something where I've been able to emotionally connect, be physically, like, and I mean, not just attracted, like, I crave this person. I burn for this person. They have never had that kind of situation before, and they want it again. They miss it. They miss it. And I'm not just saying that. I got renewal, spark, chemistry, passion, Venus energy. And then behind Venus is masculine. I'm not just saying it. This is what I'm seeing in these cards. Here, what is this? Keeping tabs energy. Illusion. So you would like to believe that this person's not watching you, and they probably make it seem like through social media they're not, but they are. Twin flame energy, very strong passion here. Even if it's not a twin, it's very strong. And chemistry and passion, I can't make this up, man. I just can't. What's this? Foolish energy, celebration, gifts, and abundance. And then we have messages and dreams. So the more you dream about this person, it seems like that's the way the universe communicates with you as far as where they are with how they feel about coming forward, okay? Which is difficult. Decisions, masculine, family, home, commitment, renewal, spark, spy, watching, inspecting, and rejection, loss, and fragmented. This person's fear is rejection because of the way they handled the situation. I mean, honestly, why would it be any other way? Why would they not fear rejection after how they dealt it? After how they dealt with it. Why would they not? It makes sense. I would fear the rejection too if I threw somebody away like a used washcloth or something. Or a used paper towel. Let me be a little bit more specific on that. I feel some type of way too. I wouldn't. Only makes sense. Betrayal, yeah. And that's what I believe the feminine feels more than anything, is betrayed. Like, you did not have to handle it like that. You did not have to do me like that. You could have handled it in 10,000 other ways, and you chose the worst way possible. Divine timing, universal precision, and faith. But I do believe that this connection will come into some kind of, if not a reunion, at least a conversation will be had. Sexual desires and cravings, it's strong. Okay, this person desires this feminine heavily. Manifestation, co-creating, making it happen. I believe this person is trying to get your attention by what they post. So it might seem like they're not, but I promise you they are. Reflected or shared energies, mirroring. Yep. They're reflecting. We have divine feminine counterpart, stability and alignment. Yeah, they definitely feel like this divine, this feminine was their balance. It's clearly someone who desires balance and commitment heavily. Transparent, straightforward, and predictable. The debate, contemplate and thinking it over. The more you dream about this person is literally the moments or the days that this person contemplates heavily of returning, or at least attempting to return. Meeting up, hanging out, rendezvous, ascension journey, leveling up, remorse, guilty conscience, and shame. Tunnel vision, trickster, playing dirty, mind games, prestige, status, respect, reputation. Limited perspective, narrow mind was the tunnel vision energy. I feel like this person definitely carries a guilty conscience or shame. They have a lot of remorse for the way they played this hand. And now that they're leveling up, they're awakening, you know, they want to meet up again. Like, a lot of it was about reputation. This person didn't want the world to see them the way for who they really were. And I think that's just, I don't know. Y'all know my phrase, bananas in pajamas, okay? Let's get a little this and that. Recap, angel numbers 1111, 33, 66, and 555. That's awakening, expansion, positivity, and optimism. So we have Libra showing up. We're going to keep that. And look what's behind Libra, awakening. That's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody's been getting tarot readings on someone. Or maybe, you know, well, somebody's just been getting tarot readings. We'll say that in past. That was a long time ago. I think at the time this situation was coming about, it was a long time ago. The way that this connection was built. Lazy. They have no plans or goals. I don't believe this person had any plans for this feminine. I just don't. They didn't have any plans for them in the long run. Crown chakra. So something is definitely awakening in this person's subconscious. For sure. And then we have intuition. Listen to your gut. Right. Your dreams that you're having, clearly, there's something behind it. This person thinks about you a lot. Aquarius, Scorpio. We'll keep those. We'll add those to the Zodiacs. Now let's get some specifics. Braids. Yep, somebody likes braids or they wear a lot of braids. Even if you don't have them now, braids is definitely a style you like. We have a blue card. Could be any color blue. Navy, light, it don't matter. Then we have vapes or smokes. Long nails. And green eyes. Pretty green eyes, okay. And a crooked smile. And now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. Just bear with me, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up real soon. Just going to get a few messages from Spirit. But this isn't it. I'm going to do some... Hold on. They miss you. Reach out. No, you don't. Get to know yourself. If you find you're depleted or dissatisfied in any area of life, are you nourishing yourself? I wouldn't reach out to this person, though. I wouldn't. You're being given a chance to do something over. What will you do differently? Right. I feel like you've always been the one to rectify it and reach out. Don't do that to yourself. Refrain from judgments. We are all unique and experiencing life in our own way. Allow others their journey. Absolutely. Partnership requires compromise and open mind and a loving heart. Right. But I'm not gonna compromise on you know, reaching out, but I'll compromise on having a conversation. If you don't leave on your own, the universe will throw you out. What's funny is I feel like this is for the masculine. Because I do feel like that's why you're dreaming about them so much. Because they're wondering how to approach the situation so heavily. And in this scenario, you're the student. So it does sound like regardless, you are learning something from this experience. Let's get some unspoken messages. Since we do have the twin flame card on the table, we will get some unspoken messages with this deck. Just 5. And then we'll wrap it up, y'all. You're going to get 5. Whatever this person would like to say to you, but they have not said to you, or they're too afraid to say to you. I want you. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Let me make sure you can see that. I want you. Yeah, I think we know that. You still haunt me. Your spirit haunts them. What they did to you haunts them. One step at a time. I'm telling you that they're moving very slow, doing juju. I feel like this person thinks that about you, though. I feel like they believe that you're doing some kind of spell on them because they can't forget about you, but that's not it. Desire on fire. Told you that desire was strong. And truly, madly, and deeply. And then in a karmic situation, see? I told you, I think that this person is in a situation that the universe is telling them to leave on their own or they're going to throw them out. I believe that. All right, y'all, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to book a private session, you can email me. All the information will be down below. And don't forget to follow me on TikTok. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And you enjoy your week. Again, we have Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Scorpio, and Libra, and Pisces. All right, you guys, have a great and amazing week. I love you.